Hey guys, it's Shannon, and as you can probably tell from my top, my hat and my background, it's finally December and I'm so excited for you guys to finally see these videos. I've been planning them for about 2 months and I've been filming them during November mostly so that I can actually do Christmas stuff during December because I've got a lot planned. Right, I'm a bit hyped up. So, this video is going to be ideas on calendars you could either buy for children, or you could take aspects of each one and make your own advent calendar for your kid or for someone else's kid if you want to. I don't know. I don't know who you make advent calendars for. But, so, stay there. So, this advent calendar I'd say is aimed at like maybe 11 or 12 year olds and under, mixture of boys and girls. I mean, maybe go a bit older, but some of this stuff might seem a bit childish, but also some of it might seem a bit too mature for younger kids. So I'm just going to get started. I've got a list right in front of me. So the first one on my list is Lego. So Lego actually do make a variety of advent calendars ranging from Star Wars, which is aimed at like 12 and up, I think it's 12 and up, and they've actually got one that's like the Lego Friends range, is that what it's called for girls? And there's another one, I can't remember what it's called though. So they've got a whole range of advent calendars for you to look at, and like, they're really good. I mean, Callum's got one this year. Callum's got one this year. I know other people that have had them, they've said they're really good, and it gives you something to make each and every day. So the second thing I've got down on this list is chocolate advent calendars. Now this one you might be sitting here thinking, oh, state the frickin' obvious. Yeah, I am stating the frickin' obvious because there's a whole range of chocolate advent calendars out there. Not all kids like milk chocolate. Not all kids like white chocolate. I mean, some kids like dark chocolate. I mean, I never did as a kid, but some kids do. And there's a whole range of chocolate advent calendars you can get in all different price ranges with different kinds of chocolate in. I mean, Kinder makes one, Ferrero Rocher makes one, Toblerone makes one. I mean, you can even get Heroes advent calendars if you really like the tins. I don't know if they're across the world. If you're in Britain, you know what I'm on about. But there's a whole range now, so you don't have to just go to the pound shop or go to the supermarket and get your bog standard pound one. If you want to splurge a little bit on a chocolate advent calendar for your little ones, then there's options out there. Yeah. So the next one on my list is a reverse advent calendar. So instead of giving your kid, ow, I just hit myself in the face. So instead of giving your kid something each day of the month, they pick something out to put into a box that you, on the 24th of December, you and your kids take down to a homeless shelter, a food bank, anything like that. You just donate it, which I think is a really good idea. I wish I'd known about this when I was I wish my parents had known about this and done this with me when I was a kid, because I don't know how to explain it. It kind of helps the kids think about giving to others rather than just taking at Christmas. I mean, my favourite part about Christmas is buying things for other people or making things for other people, because a few of my family members actually prefer homemade gifts over bought ones. So I actually I make candles, I make freaking bath bombs, bath oil, all sorts of stuff for members of my family because they just prefer it. But it's my favourite. Giving gifts is my favourite part of Christmas. I don't like receiving gifts. I don't like it because I'm a very expressive person and I find it hard to not express myself, and I feel like sometimes people think I'm overreacting to something when in actuality I'm not overreacting, that's just my reaction. But so that I think is really good, especially if, I don't want this to sound so bad, especially if you are one of the more privileged families where you can get your children more toys. Maybe giving to the less privileged might, I don't know how to word it, Hey, I just want to say I'm sorry if I offended anyone while trying to explain this, but I couldn't figure out how to word it without offending anyone. Sorry. No, it might give the kids a sense of accomplishment, a sense of self, and help them develop as human beings. There you go, that's how I'm going to word it. That's the only way I can think of wording it. So the next one is a crafts advent calendar, and personally this I would have for myself now because I love making things, and like it doesn't even have to be expensive or anything. Like Poundland in the UK, Poundland, so I'm thinking maybe Dollar Tree in the US, I don't know anywhere else, but you can get kits of things to make, and if you just get an advent calendar, like a felt one or something, or you don't even have to do that, just wrap them and give them to your kid every day, and it's just a little something for them to make. And like they have styrofoam snowmen, you wrap a piece of fabric around it, you paint it, you can display that if you're one of those people. I know not everyone's sentimental like that, but you could display it or you can put it up in the kids' room. Like, personally, I'd love a craft thing now. Again, activities, so it doesn't necessarily have to be crafts, it could be tickets for ice skating, or going to see something. It's like going to see the Nutcracker Ballet at the cinema, which sounds really weird, but here where I live we can actually go and see the Nutcracker Ballet that's on in London, but we can go to the cinema and see it live, but it's like a once thing that they do once a month. That's the only time they do it. Back to what I was saying, but you know, it could be things for them to do during December after school or while they're off of school, or it could even be something for after Christmas if you don't think they're going to have the time to do it during the run up to Christmas. It could be something for them to look forward to, or it can just be like crafts, colouring books, like baking things. Like you could maybe put cookie cutters in, and then you can bake with them that day, or you can put their own like little cake tins or a little apron and a little hat, stuff like that. That's what I was thinking for this. So the next one is a felt one, and this isn't what you think. It's not like a felt calendar that you fill pockets. I've seen these everywhere and I'm pretty sure they'd be pretty easy to make. So it's just a felt cut out of a green Christmas tree. You just hang it on your wall. So like for instance, I could hang it here if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to do that because I already have advent calendars. But again, it's good for kids. And then, so if you just cut out a felt green Christmas tree, you'd need a pretty big piece of felt, but cut it out and then cut out different shapes, like bauble shapes, candy canes, reindeer, presents, crackers, I don't know, just cut out loads of shapes, and then for each day your kid can go and stick one of these shapes to the felt. Like maybe get some little Velcro squares and do it that way, and then they can choose where it all goes, and then maybe on the 24th they could stick the star on the top, sort of thing, you know, that sort of thing. Okay, so the next thing on my list is books. Now I loved reading as a kid, but I actually have a issue with my eyesight, which means that I always struggled. I was well below my reading age when I was a kid. So I had a lot of trouble reading, and people used to have to read to me. But one of my favourite memories as a kid ever was every single year without fail, before my parents split up, my mum would read The Night Before Christmas to us every single year. And that is one of my favourite memories, and I wish that we'd had a book every day of the month for them to read to us. And then your kids will then build up their own library and hopefully have a love of learning and a love of books. And now I still love to read, and now that I figured out what's wrong with my eyesight, I actually read on my Kindle, which I've had for a couple of years. So I mean, if your kids are maybe just that little bit older, you could get them a book every day of the month, and then for the 24th or for Christmas end it out with a Kindle. If your kids are older, it depends on the kind of Kindle you're planning to get though, because if you're going to get a Kindle, which I think mine's a Kindle Paperwhite, so it's literally just for reading, so that might not interest a younger kid so much because obviously they can't play on it, but maybe the Kindle Fire would interest them more because you can play games on it. But that's more expensive, and I just, it depends on what you want it for and when you're going to give it to them. So another one is jewellery. Obviously I've seen tons of these. You can get bracelets, necklaces, you can just get a thing where it's different jewellery every day. Personally, I think my favourites are the ones where you get a bracelet and then you get the charms for each day, because you can get like Harry Potter ones, you can get Disney ones, you can get like flowers and fairies and things. So I think they're probably my personal favourite one, but that's because I have that kind of bracelet and I have charms and stuff that I add onto it. And again, you could like make that kind of thing yourself. You could get one of those, I say Pandora style just because I know that's the brand that makes them, but I think they're European style bracelets, technically, I think. Don't quote me on that. God, sorry guys, I keep having coughing fits. Yeah, and then you can pick out the charms and stuff for your little one, or your big little one. And I know that sounds really weird, but it's because when I was growing up, I am the oldest of my siblings. It's just me and my sister. I'm the oldest, so I was Big Little Lemon and my sister was Little Lemon. I should clarify that. My surname is Lemon. You can go and pick out the charms that you think your kids would like, and then even like after Christmas, if you go on holiday, you could get them a little charm to represent that destination, or you can get them special ones for their birthdays and Christmas and blah blah blah. Like on my bracelet, I have ones from, because I have an actual Pandora bracelet that I got for my 18th birthday. So I have an 18 charm and I have a 21 charm, and actually I have a couple 21 charms. And then people are planning on like getting more charms, because obviously this year we've moved out. It's a big milestone, so they want to get a charm to represent that as well. So it's just one of those things where people can grow, and then once people can grow with it. Yeah, people can grow with it, and it can become a sentimental thing. And once your little one grows out of the chain, once your little one grows out of the chain, you can just get a bigger chain. And like you can get necklaces in that style now as well. So it's just one of those things. And then the final one I have written down here is a nail polish advent calendar. This would be aimed more towards the older end of the like child preteen age, depending on your parenting technique, I suppose. I mean, personally, I was never allowed to wear nail polish until I was about 14, and then like I knew kids in primary school that was allowed to wear it. So it depends on how you personally feel about it. But if you feel like your child would be fine with it, I mean, if you don't trust them to get it all over the carpet and up the wall, then go for it. Nail polish ones are, I mean, kids nail polish especially is pretty cheap, and but if you want to do a proper nail polish one for them, they can be relatively cheap. I mean, in Poundland, I was able to pick up 2 Barry M nail polishes for £1 a couple weeks ago. So keep an eye out for that sort of thing if you want to build it yourself, because you can get some really good deals in those sorts of shops. So that's my ideas for what you could do with your kids for Advent. I mean, I know this is the 1st of December and you know it might be a little bit late, but if your kids are at school and you're sitting there like, what can I do with them for Advent? Run out and grab the supplies and you're sorted. What's going on here? Yeah, run out, grab the supplies, or write little notes saying what you're going to do, all this sort of, you can plan it while they're at school. You don't have to worry about, wait, is the 1st of December on a weekday or... Where's my phone? Look. Okay, so the 1st of December's on a Sunday, but still, it kind of works. But yeah, so that's my ideas. I want to know if you guys think any of these would be good for kids, or like up to sort of preteens sort of age. I'm sorry I've been so scatterbrained in this video. I'm not feeling the best, and my hair's getting in the way, and I'm rather warm in this room, especially with this hat on, and I don't know, I'm just feeling a little funny. But But yeah, so let me know in the comments if you guys would do any of these with your little ones if you have them, or if you do them for yourself. I mean, like I said, personally, I would honestly do most of these. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up for me. If you're enjoying me and my content, then click the subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Leave your video suggestions in the comments down below. I hope you're all having a lovely, lovely 1st of December, and I'll see you all through the screen. Bye guys! I just realised you guys are getting a little sneak preview to this, because I haven't actually, at the point of filming this, I haven't finished filming the decorating video, and that's not even going up until like, when's it going up? That's going up on the 4th, so you're getting a little preview of what's going on in here. I don't know.